What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sen Rojikku here again, bringing you another video. This is going to be a nice short and sweet video. PlayStation just did a live stream with Tom Lee Shimbori and another member from Team Ninja. I'm not familiar with who that is, but he's one of Shimbori's translators, I believe. But yeah, this is just a little bit of gameplay. It's pretty much gameplay that we've seen before. I really just wanted to go over this just because they actually showed what the main menu looks like. They show what the character select screen is going to look like, at least from the current build that is currently intact right now. So we're just going to go over it. I'll probably skim through a lot of it, and we're not really going to watch all of it just because there's only key points that I really wanted to touch base on here. So
some of that footage
we got some volume this time around.
We'll get to that in a second. It seems from
like I said, we're not going to go over all of it because there's only a few key points that I really wanted to touch base on.
Classic character.
Well, the short answer is yes. Different.
So here, alright. So there's actually something else in this video that I wanted to show you guys.
They fight with,
So here's what the main menu is going to look like, at least from now, from this point forward, and until they change it, if they do. I mean, I like the way it looks. It could be a little more decorative, but it has a DOA 6, press any button. Got the 2018 Koei Tech mode, which will probably switch to 2019 when the game is released. But this is the current build of the game, so it's going to say that. So this is not definite in center stone or anything like that. So this is probably just temporary for now.
Real sword. And
yeah, they have they actually have something interesting that's going to be coming up in a second that I want to discuss a little bit, just so there's no confusion amongst people. I've been seeing a lot of posts on Twitter and stuff like that. So we got a very brief look at that, and I actually want to try to go back and catch that really quick. Let's see if we can go back and catch this.
We have a variety of different types of.
So right here off the bat, I'm going to assume that Jan Lee is standing there because this is going to be the main character that you choose. Now, this is just all on speculation. I'm not 100% positive, but it would make sense that Jan Lee's standing here because this is the character that they have set as their main character. And in a lot of fighting games in Tekken, I believe Tekken 6, you could do that. You could set your main character, and then he'll be on the main cover, the main menu. So I'm not really sure or definite of that, but I mean, from the looks of it, looks like that might be the direction they're going in. Obviously, Team Battle, Survival, and Time Attack, Arcade, and Versus are still intact. Classic game modes from DOA. And Team Battle was actually added later in the DOA 5 series. It was not in the vanilla version. They actually added that later. And then there's training, online, and options. So obviously this main menu could change, but as of right now, that's what we're looking at.
Fighters in the game,
So right here, this is what I want to discuss. So people were concerned about this. You can change the hold system. You can change the rounds, obviously, the time limit, the health, and the comm level. So holds is what people are worried about. I'm almost positive that there's only going to be 2 types of holds in there, and it's going to be 4-way hold and 3-way hold. 4-way hold, for those of you that are not familiar, if you played the older DOA games, DOA 2 and 3, and the versions before that actually implemented the 3-point hold system starting with DOA 2, it's actually going to be either 3-point hold or 4-point hold. It's 3-point hold is just regular high punch, regular mid punch, and mid kick and low. So both mid kick and mid punch can be held with 1 hold for mid punch. Obviously that was changed around when DOA first started to be super competitive around DOA 4. DOA 4 was the first game that implemented the 4-point hold system, and also DOA 4 implemented 3 different versions of wake up kicks, which they actually took out the next version, which was DOA 5. So that's really good that they took that out of the game. High wake up kicks should have never been in the game, to be honest with you. But so for those of you that are concerned about the 3-point and 4-point hold system, 4-point hold just added a mid-kick hold so that there's more of a guess, so that way more strikes can be landing and, people are not just spamming holds. Because to be completely honest with you, there's a lot of mids in the game, and if you have 1 hold that's going to hold every single mid, that's really, unbalanced in my opinion. That's the reason why they changed it to begin with. So for 3-point holds, I highly doubt that you're going to be able to have that implemented online, and if you do, it's going to have to be one of those things where you set the lobby, 3-point hold yes or no, or things like that. But no competitive player, and there's no way in competitive tournaments we're going to have 3-point holds. So that's really just for the casual players to cater to them. Because I know in DOA Dimensions they actually reverted back to 3-point holds because DOA Dimensions was never meant to be competitive. It was on Nintendo 3DS, and it was like the first game that they revived the series with after DOA 4 took a crash. And they really just wanted the game to be super casual for the people on Nintendo 3DS. And also, 4-point holds on a mobile system as small as the 3DS would have been uncomfortable anyway. So that's why they did that. So for those of you guys worrying about the 4-point hold system, definitely don't worry about that. In competitive play, they're not going to have that implemented.
So we'll try to bring life to all sorts of different.
So this is another thing that was interesting to me, the character select screen. So this is the first time they've ever went in a direction where I'm starting to see that they're going with more of an anime look for this game. The characters look a little more anime as far as like the cartoon look of them. And DOA has looked like that before DOA 5. DOA 4 and before, they all looked a lot more anime than they did in 5. They really wanted the fighters to look realistic, and they still do, but they definitely are going back to more of the color coding, bright color type of DOA game. So I mean, honestly, I like the look. It's really growing on me, so it'll give us something new to look at. Obviously, down in the lower right-hand corner, we have the stats of each character showing you what their strengths and weaknesses are. Granted, this does not mean that this is 100% accurate. A lot of the times, these are not accurate with a lot of the characters. So obviously, blow, throw, hold, defense, speed, and power. Those are the different attributes that each character has, and that's pretty much where their stats are. And obviously, it has their nationality, fighting style, age, and birthday, which Kasumi... what's the DOA characters in the series do not age, if you guys haven't realized that. If they do age, it's extremely slow because Kasumi's been 19 for an extremely long time. So they just age super slow in the DOA series. We have height and weight, and we have occupation. And that's pretty normal for DOA. That's always been a thing in DOA. The 6 characters that we have here is Kasumi, Jan Lee. We have Zack there, Helena, Hayabusa, and Hayate. Hayabusa and Hayate are right next to each other, so that's pretty cool. Because those are my 2 main characters, so you know that's pretty awesome for me. So, and then they also have a little subtitle for the character, Jan Lee, A Scorching Soul, and Kasumi's been the Kasumi, the Kanoichi of Destiny for a while now. So I've seen that they added Hayate's is the god of the heavens or something like that, the wind of the heavens, and that's actually the first time I've heard that. I know he was the wind god or something like that before, but I think they're switching up some of the people's titles. So the character select screen looks pretty cool. I think there's like a little preview of the characters too. And Zack is the funky DJ. Hayabusa is the ultimate ninja.
I haven't seen this footage yet, by the way.
So yeah, there's a little preview of the characters there. That's always been in DOA as well. So that's pretty cool that they still have the preview of the characters. It's a lot larger this time around.
I have not seen this. Yeah, tell me
I love this new Hayabusa costume, by the way. So we have the character select screen, the little red star that was there in DOA 5 as well. So that's pretty cool that they're adding that, just signifying that they're new costumes that have been unlocked. And as you can see, there's multiple colors of the same costume, so that's awesome. I love the fact that they did that. So that's pretty cool. They added a little animation, and that's always been there, but they look really good this time around. Really fucking good.
Yeah, unfortunately,
So we have the stage select screen, which are the 2 stages that we've seen, plus the random. They're only going to show these 2 stages probably for a while. We have the throwdown, which is the outdoors, the fight in the street, in the background of the streets and stuff like that. That was the one stage that we were just discussing on my last video. And then this is the DOA Coliseum, which I think that's the one they're going to fight on.
Our whole roster of fighters.
I'm not saying
Obviously, you know, there's talking in the background, so I'll put the original link in the bio for those of you guys that wanted to see the full video, if you guys are interested in the commentary and stuff like that. This is really just more of a breakdown of what we just saw. We're not going to go over the gameplay a lot just because of the fact that this is all gameplay that we've seen before. They're just kind of recycling it at this point. And I was really honestly just interested in seeing just the character select screen in the main menu, but actually right there, that was cool. We saw Jan Lee, he used his new string kick 6K in a combo, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a part of his B&B combos now, but I mean, it looked like it did pretty decent damage. I don't think that's going to take place of his B&B combo. So we have forward punch, kick, forward kick. That did a pretty good amount of damage off a quick launch, off a level 2 quick launch stun, so that was pretty good. We'll just cycle through here and see if there's anything new that we see. Like I said, a lot of this gameplay has been recycled.
The visual package.
So like I said, for those of you guys that are really interested in seeing this this full video, I'll put the link in the chat. Tom Lee said some really interesting stuff about the competitive DOA community and you know, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, I'll put the link in the chat. But this is gonna do it for my breakdown of this new gameplay that we just saw. Make sure you guys leave a subscribe, leave a comment, and a like. And like I said, I'm gonna keep the DOA 6 content rolling, guys. This is not gonna stop anytime soon. So just, you know, if you love DOA like I do, keep supporting it, and definitely be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page and check out my stream as well. All the information is in my bio, guys. Have a good day.